Hello and welcome to a new installment of History Episodes with Samyukta Nair. In today's video, we're going to discuss some of the things that people historically thought were beneficial to their health, but which actually weren't. Before we get into this video, I'd like to note that medical science has progressed greatly in the 20th century, as has general public awareness. The rules that make it compulsory for companies to list the ingredients used in their products, whether skincare, personal care, pharmaceutical, or even packaged food, has ensured that people are more aware of what they are putting in and on their bodies. And the advent of the internet and search engines has given us a wealth of information at our fingertips. We can easily Google the ingredients of the products we are considering buying and find out whether they could potentially have any harmful side effects. However, rules around consumer products were much more lax in previous decades, and the average consumer did not have access to an easy-to-use repository of information such as the internet. Not everybody had the time or patience to go to a library and painstakingly check out the ingredients of the products they were planning to use, and so were mostly guided by persuasive advertising than actual facts. Now, let's take a look at a few things people thought were fine to use back in the day, but which actually caused more harm than good. Have you heard the phrase, he or she eats like a tapeworm? This is because tapeworms are known to consume vast quantities of food very quickly. They are essentially parasites that live and grow off the food supply of the host. That itself should make people understand that consuming a tapeworm and inviting it to share your body is not a good idea, right? Apparently not. Historically, people have consumed tapeworms, canned as we can see here, or tapeworm eggs in tiny capsules, which would then settle in their intestines and consume a good portion of whatever food they ate. The idea was that the person could lose weight without going on a diet and take another tablet to flush the tapeworm out once they had reached their goal weight. However, this had several side effects. Firstly, tapeworms grew and even multiplied, spreading to and inhabiting different organs of the body. They became very difficult to flush out and could even cause death. They also consumed a good deal of the nutrients needed by their host, resulting in the deterioration of their host's health, along with weight loss. It's also well known that tapeworms, when fed regularly, can grow to great lengths, which is not good news for their host. Nothing can beat a healthy diet, exercise, and guidance from an actual qualified doctor or nutritionist over so-called quick fixes like these. It's well known that for the first few months to a year after their birth, or even longer, most babies do not have a regular sleep schedule. Many wake up in the middle of the night, hungry and crying, to be fed. Most parents around the world have accepted this and come up with a schedule with their partner or whoever is helping them to manage their baby's sleep cycle. So, it's highly irresponsible and also a sign of lazy parenting to feed your baby beer before bed to essentially knock it out for the entire night so that you can have a good night's sleep. Human beings have been consuming alcohol for centuries and know very well that it can make you feel tipsy or drunk and can even be addictive. There is also a reason why people are not allowed to drink alcohol till they reach a certain age. Babies, being much smaller in size than adults, cannot properly process alcohol and can get addicted very quickly and also suffer a greater extent of liver damage. Therefore, marketing such products towards little kids is also highly irresponsible on the part of the company. When a woman gets pregnant, she is advised by her doctor to completely go off cigarettes and alcohol. If she plans to breastfeed afterwards, she must continue to avoid these substances. The reason is because unborn or breastfed babies derive their nutrition from the body of their mother, and if she consumes anything that is potentially harmful, it could cause birth or developmental defects in the children. This ad is likely dated to somewhere between the 1940s and 60s. Even as recently as the 60s, people didn't know the complete extent of the ill effects of smoking. There are records of people smoking to handle asthma, not knowing that it could actually make it worse. Now that we know better, hopefully people will avoid introducing harmful substances to their bodies when helpless babies are dependent on them for sustenance. Amphetamines are very strong drugs that affect the nervous system and alter one's perception. Found in drugs like MDMA and ecstasy, they are extremely dangerous and definitely not for recreational use. They are, however, present in controlled quantities in medicines used to treat conditions like ADHD. However, one must only take such medicines if prescribed by a doctor and exactly according to the prescribed dosage, as amphetamines can be very addictive and dangerous in the long run. Codeine is a substance that is present in heavy duty cough syrups that are usually prescribed when one has a persistent cough that doesn't seem to go away with regular cough syrup or other treatment. It makes one feel drowsy and their mind feels somewhat disconnected from the body. Some people actively chase this feeling and so drink cough syrup even when perfectly healthy, which is extremely irresponsible and dangerous as codeine is addictive and must only be used as per a doctor's prescription. If you have watched enough historical movies or series or read enough historical novels, you would likely have heard of laudanum. A mixture of alcohol and opium, it was used in previous centuries to calm the nerves of women. Before the advancement of medical science to what it is today, it was believed that women were prone to hysteria, which was believed to be a condition where the uterus travels around the body and causes changes in mood or affects the nerves. Today, we know that this is absolute nonsense. No organ can travel around the body, and any anxiety is likely due to past experiences or the result of a stressful environment rather than traveling organs. Laudanum was a highly addictive substance, and several users became dependent on it, which is sad because it wasn't actually medically necessary. Radium water was used to treat rheumatism, eczema, and stomach problems. Radium is an element that is dangerous when handled without the necessary protective gear. Prolonged exposure can be fatal, as we can see from what happened to Marie Curie, one of the people who discovered it. Radium was used to paint the dials of watches to make them glow in the dark, and several women working in radium factories found their bones disintegrating and even died as a result of long-term exposure. Therefore, consuming radium water is likely not to have cured any of the problems mentioned in this ad. On the contrary, it could have killed the person who consumed it. These are just a few of the things that people historically used or consumed to enhance their health, but that modern medicine and also simple trial and error have taught us to stay well away from. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more such interesting historical facts and dress history videos.